if I'm going to be honest, I did not think this day would ever come. The day that I would get to say, I own the Fang Foom Build-A-Figure. This is a masterpiece put into plastic. I am blown away. The size, the paint, the sculpt, the articulation. I'm going to go out there and say it's one of the best works of early Hasbro. Right after they took up Toy Biz. I really, really enjoy this figure, and I think that you guys should too. Because boy, howdy, is it a good one. Well, just look at that. Look at that face. Look at that for a second. That's pretty good. Like, just look at the paint. You can see the fire in his eyes, literally. Like, look at that. His eyes are on fire. He's staring at you. He wants to kill you. Ah, damn. It's just, And it takes up a lot of space. That's like that's one of my gripes. Because he takes up space. He doesn't fit on my Build-A-Figure shelf. Look at him. He's huge. He takes up almost as much space that way as he does tall. So, like, Build-A-Figures have to be up and around him. But I would not change a thing, because, oh boy, this thing is just great. If you do not like the Fang Foom Build-A-Figure, you better put up a damn good argument as to why. Because it's just great. The size and the articulation, I'm just going to say it. It's damn good. So let's get into the articulation. First, he has a head pivot where he can look that way, down, that far, up that far. You don't have to worry about him turning that far because he does have a neck joint down there so he can rotate there. Hinged mouth, which moves up, down. Just look at that. Look at the sculpt in the paint. Just admire that because that is mighty neat. The wings, sculpted and painted very nice. They are clicked in through a ball socket so they can flap around, move quite a bit. The shoulder joint, my boy, shoulder joint. It moves all the way around, moves up, actually moves up pretty far. Upper arm rotation. Don't want to break it. Ooh. Double jointed elbow. Rotation and hinge at the wrist. No finger articulation. I think they could have fit some of that in there. He has kind of like a Galactus joint. I'm going to call it that. Can pivot that way. Tidbit forward, tidbit back. Nothing too special, though. No rotation at the waist. I don't know why they didn't give Fang Foom the decency of wearing his trousers, but they didn't. It has kind of like a Y-jointed leg. You can kick that far forward. Not too much back because of his nice tail. Out to the side, a decent amount. He does have a hinge, but I don't know. Might as well just give him the blob treatment, not give him any. Rotation and hinge at the foot. There is rotation here at the tail, and also up there. Oh man, this is just, it is very good. But it's very good, I will say that. I said it's a masterpiece put into plastic. Yes, it is very good. It may sound like I love this figure, but it's not 100% great. It's not like it's the best thing ever. It is amazing for the point in time in history that it was made. Like, if this came out today, it would still be regarded and world-renowned and like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But I think if it came out in the Toy Biz era, maybe it would not be as renowned as it is today. Yes, it is an amazing figure. I'm going to stand by that. It is very, very good. But it does have flaws. The legs, that area, it's kind of weird. There's not much paint. The tail it can only be in one position. And say when you turn the neck, you can easily tell there's lots of gappage. The paint under the arm is not even. But, man, it's really hard. It's really hard to pick out errors with this figure. I mean, sure, they could have given the horn shading. Yay. grape. But it is hard for me to come out with grapes because this figure is just amazing. Like, what is there not to love? The size? Sure. That can be a grape, but it's also one up. Takes up a lot of space. Well, hell, it depends. Is that a good or bad thing? No, he can bite his own hand. How many figures can bite his own hand? Well, not many, because not many have that articulation in the jaw. I don't know. I recommend picking him up. I definitely do. He is quite an expendy one. He is quite the expenser. He will set you back a pretty dollar. I'd pay up to $200 for him. If you can get the entire wave for $500, I would do that. The wave is bad, but just the sheer factor of being like, hey, I have the entire Fang Foom wave, that'll turn people's heads. This will be like, damn. Especially like End Hulk, I think it is. The one where he's all scarred. I don't know. That one. Yeah, that's what... He's a nice one to have. He is very nice. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for future reviews. There's a lot more that I have to do. I'm looking down at the pile of action figures that I have bestowed at my feet. And I see a couple good ones, and I see a couple reviews that are going to be a little rougher. So stay tuned. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Action Figure Hub Nate signing out.